Hello and welcome to this Millennial Review, where today we're taking a look at this brand new Tilswall Cordless Airless Spray Gun. Now this is a pretty cool unit where it runs off of a battery rather than a cord to do airless spraying like some of the big guys out there, the Graco machines and things like that. And while this product has not yet been released, I will have a link down in the description below as soon as it is and a bit more information about it. But in this video, I'm going to go through, check out this new unit from Tilswall, let you know my thoughts, and then we're going to put it to the test, painting some radiator heat shields to see how it comes out. Now, as you may know from some of my other videos, I have quite a bit of experience with different airless guns, everything from Harbor Freight Specials to top quality Graco units, but this is going to be my first airless spray gun like this that is also cordless. Now, one of the major benefits, I think, of having a cordless unit like this is that when you have a cordless unit, that is going to give so much more freedom to do whatever you might choose. Now, with a cord, you can get extension cords, but you do always run into, of course, the challenge of being tripped up on where you can go. And another thing is I like airless spray guns that are small and compact, kind of like this guy, so that if you've got a small project like what I'll show you in my bathroom upstairs that's being renovated, you don't have to bring out the whole machine, get a whole bunch of paint and say the hose coming from your airless spray gun that then just gets wasted because you never get to run it through. But instead, this unit has airless system. You just put the paint in this little tub down at the bottom and off to the races you go. Now, of course, it does come with a cordless battery. I'm told that the production unit is going to come with two of them. Here you can see it's a 20-volt battery, 2 amp hours, but you do have a button at the battery that you can press, and that'll show you charge level. You can then charge the battery by pushing the pin into the top of the battery. It does not have a charger that you slide this battery into like some of the tools out there. A little bit of a miss, but charger works okay. It does take a little while to charge. And then going across the unit, a couple of things that I think are really neat. Now, this is going to use the standard airless tip mechanism, which basically means that the tip and guard can come out on their own. There's going to be a little bit of water here. I was doing some test spraying to get the pattern and get a sense of it. But in here, you've got your airless tip. This is a 515 tip that I have in it at the moment. Of course, your bushing and then your spray guard, that all threads onto the nozzle and makes for a pretty easy way to take it apart, just like any other airless spray gun. Something I think is really neat about this is, of course, going to be in the back where it's coming with all of your different nozzles that you might want. Now, these spray tips, here we've got a 417, it looks like a 211, 315, and then what's this guy that's hiding on us here? If I pop that out, a 523. So each of these are for different types of paint, maybe your lacquer, whatever you might want to be sending. And, you know, if you go to Home Depot, something like this will be about 30 or 40 bucks for a tip on its own. So it's really cool that it's coming with all of them, and it's got this cover to be able to hold them. And putting these back into place is pretty easy. You just slide it in, click it down, slide the tip in, and then click down, and it covers up. Now, a few other things that I really like about this, first off, it's going to be this part. Now, this is something I don't think I've seen before on one of these airless sprayers. It is an LED light, and pretty darn bright one for that matter. I think that's pretty nice, especially if you're doing some detail work or maybe you're working on a reno that doesn't quite have all the light yet. You can angle it wherever you might want to go, turn it off. Pretty cool feature. Like to see that. And then I also like that there's a hook here to be able to hold your spray gun. So if you're wearing a tool belt, you could be able to hook that on if you're on a ladder doing some detail work, what have you. Of course, the other things to mention while we're here, standard issue, but you do have your adjustment for the amount of material that you're spraying through the tip. You've got a double finger trigger to be able to pull back and activate the spray gun. And if we look inside, you can see where the motor has been screwed into place inside of this body. I will say one thing that is slightly off-putting with this is just the overall weight. However, it does seem to be balanced pretty well. Now, the paint gets added to this unit via a cup system, like what we've got here. Now, this cup system, in my opinion, is far superior than the Graco system, which uses a bladder-type cup, a bag that you have to pressurize. Now, this also does require you to pressurize it. You'll see that when we use it, you actually are going to turn down to all the way off, go ahead and run the gun for a little while to make sure that it sucks up all of the air. You'll feel it start to suck up all of the air out of the cup, and then you can turn it up and spray whatever you might need to do. I like the cup system like this rather than that bladder system on the Graco, mostly because this is a lot easier to clean. As you can see in there, I had a little bit of lacquer that I tried out. Much, much easier to clean, as well as you don't have to do that strange thing where you squeeze the bag and then close the top. Just way nicer unit. Well, anyways, I think I've probably talked your ear off about this spray gun from Tilswall, and I suspect you'd like to see how it actually works. All right, so as you can see here, this is the baseboards I was telling you I'm about to use the paint gun on. And the beauty of using this Tilswall paint gun on this is that we're going to be able to get a pretty smooth finish. And while it may not look it, this has been sanded down with 80 grit sandpaper, which is why you're starting to see some of that rust and some places where the paint has chipped off. And with the Tilswall spray gun, what I'm hoping for is a really smooth finish. And I'm looking to avoid having, marks that look like it's been brushed on. Now, one thing I just want to show you before I fill it up, and I noticed this when I was prepping to use it, is the way that the container goes in. It'll screw in, and it's really easy to get it threaded in properly like this, where you can see it's pretty even. Or, watch this, if we start it on just a slight angle, what can end up happening, you can see one side is pretty far off from the other, and I was having trouble getting it to create vacuum the way that it needs to. And all it took was just a little bit of misalignment, and it's not going to work out. But luckily, you can correct that by just being careful and how you put it all together. Now, to get this going, we're going to go turn down all the way. This is going to allow us to start creating that vacuum. So just let it pump for a little while. I'll turn the light on, might as well, right? It's coming on really nice and smooth. How about that? Got to watch out over there. I had just a little bit too much spray as I was doing the corners. But yeah, compared to what this looked like before, I'll tell you, this little machine, well, does quite nice. That light works pretty well. The priming was a little bit of a challenge. Seems like you have to hold it all the way closed to get priming happening fast enough. As you can see, I kept having a thick drip rather than a spray. And that was because I was getting impatient in what I was doing. But if we take a look at the battery here, let's turn the light off, take a look at the battery. What do we got? Well, still 3 bars left. Good news because, well, this was not all that large of a project. Pretty happy with this Tilswall spray gun. Couple of things to mention. From what I'm told, a cleaning kit is going to be sold with this when it goes up for sale. As it is right now, there is no cleaning kit. And basically, to clean this up, it's going to be using some water, running it through the system, making sure to do everything you can to be able to get this operating without any of that paint still in it. Past that, you would wipe it down, and then I personally like to put in some airless paint sprayer film that helps keeps any of the leftover paint that may still be in the system from congealing and causing a problem. But as you can see, really pretty nice looking setup. Aside from, yeah, don't look at my mistake. Oh, it's there. That's okay. Once it's all dried up, I can sand it down, reuse this, spray just that corner. And of course, I've got lots of trim, the walls, all that stuff to do as well with this machine. But pretty happy. Loved the light on the front. That definitely made a difference. Easy to control and really nice that it comes with all those extra tips. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and let me know that down in the comments below. If you want to know more about this, check out Tilswall's website. I think they're going to start this as a crowdfunding setup. I'm not entirely sure, but they'll have more info there. Because as it is right now, you can't quite buy it, but you will be able to soon. And I'll do my best to update the link in the comments when that is the case. Well, anyways, thanks again for joining this Millennial Review, and good luck with your projects at home.